Hey, what is going on everyone, this is iReviews back with another video, and Apple has just released iOS 14 Beta 8. So in this video we're going to talk about this beta and why this is very important to iOS 14 and of course its release. So let's go ahead, let's dig right into it and see what Beta 8 is all about. Alright, first of all, once you go ahead and try to install iOS 14 Beta 8, you will notice that this is a very small update. It will come at around 100 megabytes. Of course, this will be even smaller on some devices. On older devices, of course, it will be like 80 or 70 megabytes, but it's a really small update. That of course lets us know that there are not like a lot of new features on these updates. They are mainly like slight improvements, bug fixes, and all that stuff. As far as I've noticed, there are no new features or changes on this new Beta 8. But why is this important? It's important because of its build number. If you go ahead and go to the About section on the general settings of your device and tap right here on iOS 14, you will notice the build number, it ends with an A. You know what that means? This is the last iOS 14 beta. After this will come the GM and then the final release of iOS 14. So this is really huge. We're very close to iOS 14 getting released to the public, which in my opinion will happen very soon. We will get back into that in a few seconds and talk about an exact date when you can expect iOS 14 to come to your device. Now, one thing I have noticed here once I have installed the Beta 8 on my device is that the other storage on my device has dropped down by 2 gigs. So you can see right here, this is a screenshot that I took on Beta 7, and once I have installed Beta 8 on my device, you can notice that I have like 2 more free gigs of memory here on my device. So it has cleared some like junk files and all that stuff from the other storage, and that of course is really important. Now, I did take a Geekbench test on iOS 14 Beta 8, and here we have the history. This right here is on Beta 7, so we have here 1337 on a single core score. On Beta 8 we have 1335, just a slight drop there, and on the multi-core score here on Beta 7 we have 3480, while on Beta 8 we have a slight improvement here, 3516. So overall performance has been really great with the iOS 14 beta. We can notice like some slight improvements here over a few betas with Geekbench testing of course the device, but overall it has been stable since the beginning. So the last beta of iOS 14 was Beta 7, which was released like 6 days ago, and now we have Beta 8. Beta 7 has been really good. It had just a couple of few new features. Of course, it was mostly improved on performance, battery life, and bug fixes. Of course, as we're getting very close to the release of the final version of iOS 14, Apple will basically go ahead and just focus more on those points, not adding new features. Those are added on the first few betas. And now iOS 14 Beta 8 is here. So should you install it or not? Of course you should. If you're already on iOS 14 Beta, then go ahead and install iOS 14 Beta 8. And very soon we should see a release of a new GM version, which should come the beginning of the next week. So as you probably have heard by now, Apple has announced an event that will happen next week. So it will be September 15th. That will be Tuesday next week, and we're very exciting. So Apple will introduce here the new Apple Watch Series 6, a new iPad, and maybe new iPhones. I don't believe that happened. That should happen on the special event, which is supposed to happen in October. But you never know with Apple what they do, but you can expect the Watch Series 6 and the iPad, the new iPad, which will have the same design as the iPad Pro here, to be presented on this event on September 15th. But what's interesting is that you can expect Apple to also show the GM, basically release the GM version to devs of iOS 14. Now, Apple will introduce these new devices on the 15th. They will go on basically on pre-order on Friday that week. So let's just go ahead and quickly take a look here at the calendar. So on the 15th, we will have the event. right here on the 18th they will go on pre-order, just like the normal schedule that Apple always does, and then they will go on sale the next week, the next Friday, which will be the 25th. And always a day before the release of the new devices, Apple releases the new software. So on the 24th, you can expect Apple to release iOS 14, the final version, to the public. So you can see right here, we are like 2 weeks away from iOS 14 being released to everyone, and that of course is very, very exciting. Now, of course, Apple is not releasing the new iPhones. Normally they release the new iPhones alongside with the new iOS version, but because they have to release the new watches, which will come with watchOS 7, they have to release iOS 14 because watchOS 7 won't work with devices on iOS 13, so that's why we will see iOS 14 being released ahead of the new devices, the new iPhones for this year. Now, what you can expect Apple to do is release the beta 1 of iOS 14.1 really soon, and in October when the new devices come out, they will probably come with iOS 14 beta 1. That's what is expected to happen, and that probably will be the case in the next few weeks. So that's basically it for this video, guys. This is iOS 14 beta 8, the last beta of iOS 14. Of course, this is really important for everyone that has been waiting for the public release of iOS 14 and didn't install the beta, but they wanted to wait for the final release. Good news, the final release is very close. As this new beta ends with an A on the build number, we know historically from iOS 13, iOS 12 that every beta that ends with an A is the last beta for that iOS version. Of course, in Tuesday, September 15th, after the event, we can expect Apple to release the GM version of iOS 14, and then a few days later, we will have iOS 14 being released to the public, and that of course is very exciting. Now, if you want to see a ton of videos on iOS 14, make sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it helpful and you got informed regarding iOS 14 and how the process will go on for the release of iOS 14 to the public. Again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys on the next one.